Well, I felt pretty good about it, but you never know. I mean, somebody who takes it into 6 months after signing period, it almost seems like what, five, whatever it is. You don't know until you know. Pretty much everybody I talked to around the situation said Ohio State, unless something crazy happens. Well, apparently something crazy didn't happen. Could he have maybe been in better shape for an immediate name, image, likeness payday up in Oregon, staying, close to where he's from? Sure. But, as I said on my own analysis show that I did poolside, you sometimes you do you forego a little bit in the short term with the hope of making it up in the long term. And I think that being at Ohio State, the coaching he'll get under Larry Johnson, the positions that he will be put in with just the amount of talent around him, that's not denigrating Oregon one bit, but I think puts him in a better position to be able to better himself for his, not only his first NFL deal, but if he's, half as good as we all say he is, a second NFL deal. But it's a huge get for Ohio State. Using Steve's Network's rankings, they got 5 of the top 10 guys in the class of 2021 with the addition of JTT. I mean, that's just ridiculous and unheard of. And just a 1-2 punch of JTT and Sawyer is going to be formidable for 3 years. Don't count on it for 4 years.
I can't get past Kevin Poolside. We don't get that luxury of seeing Kevin Poolside. Is that shirt or no shirt, Kevin?
Oh, I absolutely had a swim shirt on. No. World ain't ready for all this. No.
Steve, of course, you graced us with your thoughts the other day just after the announcement, but anything in particular beyond the obvious in regards to JTT in Columbus?
Yeah, I just think from a psychological standpoint, it's a big boost for the Buckeyes. And obviously they signed their share of national top 10, top 20, top 50 guys. But just a big psychological boost at the right time to say Ohio State is a place where you can play for a national championship and get developed and go on and play in the National Football League. They had 10 guys drafted again this past year. So, I just think that what Larry Johnson has done, and we shared some of these stats in the special that we did, impromptu special on Sunday afternoon after JT announced, he's the 13th national top 100 defensive lineman that Larry Johnson has signed in 8 years. That includes Jack Sawyer, who's also in this class. And he's the 14th national top 10 player that the Buckeyes have signed in 20 years. And I did include Quinn Ewers, the #1 overall player in the country in next year's class in that analysis, as well as obviously Jack Sawyer this year would be in there. A ton of other guys, Emeka Buka, I think, is in there. And that goes all the way back to Ted Ginn Jr., clear back in 2004, Terrell Pryor, so many guys up and down the line over that period of time. So Chase Young, I think, was in that group and some others. So what I thought was interesting, and I won't harp on this since we did talk about it quite a bit, was of the guys who completed their eligibility at Ohio State who were on that list of national top 10 guys, most of them, when they left Ohio State, went back out as first-round NFL draft picks, or in the case of some of these people, have gone on and enjoyed 5 or 10-year NFL careers despite not being a first-round pick. Ted Ginn Jr. was, I think, a late first-round pick when he came out, many years ago. And he's lasted in the NFL over, 15 years now. But this thing's almost dummy proof. When they say you're a top 10 prospect, let's look at Noah Spence. He was the #8 overall player in the country, I think, in 2012 from Harrisburg, PA. And he played a year and a half at Ohio State and then kind of flamed out with some positive drug tests and was banished by the Big Ten and ended up at Eastern Kentucky, and then now has played like 3 or 4 years in the NFL. I mean, if you're a top 10 player coming out of high school, you almost have to screw up beyond all recognition to not make it to the NFL. And Noah Spence is kind of the poster child for that. So what I'm telling you is the JT's future, Jack Sawyer's future, very, very bright, and they put themselves in the right place to maximize it.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through while Kevin and Steve are talking some of the past like defensive ends who have been drafted at Oregon, and you go back to Deion Jordan, who was like the number 3 pick in the 2013 NFL draft and made $22 million in his career, of which 13 was his signing bonus, and kind of flamed out pretty quickly. And that's not something we've seen from Ohio State's first-round defensive end. So I think it's generally a pretty easy sell job for Larry Johnson when talking about career earnings. When you look at the Bosa's getting their second contract, and who knows what Chase Young's second contract is going to be. And those guys, long after they're gone from Ohio State, will continue to recruit for Ohio State just based on the contract dollars.
Absolutely. Good stuff there. And if anybody wants more on JT Tuimoloau in regards to analysis, I'm sure, go to Buckeye Grove, go to Bucknuts, go to Buckeye Scoop, of course. And also, again, our 90-minute conversation with Steve and Tony from the other day. Some really good stuff and insight into JTT, both on the field and off the field, and what it means for Ohio State in recruiting beyond what they just discussed. All right.